Hello everyone, how are you all? Hello Arpit sir, hello Shita ma'am, hello Raghav sir. Okay. Thank you so much Tanya ma'am. Hello Arshita ma'am. Okay, I'll start adding. I think Shobhita ma'am is here. Yes. Thank you Dishita ma'am. Okay, Deepali ma'am is also here. Shobhita ma'am and Deepali ma'am, I've sent you an invite. Okay. Hello Shobhita ma'am. I'm good, how are you?
Very well.
Am I audible and visible to everyone
Yes,
clearly?
yes.
Okay, great. I'll just add the Pali ma'am again. I think कुछ issue है. Okay. Hello, Deepali ma'am. How are you?
Hi everyone, good evening.
Hello, Deepali
Okay.
ma'am. How are you?
Hi Shobhita ma'am, good evening. I'm great. How are you?
Very well.
I'll just check if Nancy ma'am is here. Yes, she's here. Okay, I've invited her. We'll just wait for her to join and then we'll start. Nancy ma'am, I've sent you the request. Please see if you've got it. Okay, I think she'll join in. I've accepted Nancy ma'am's request, but वो unable to join आ रहा है. I have no idea. Nancy ma'am, can you try again? And I will send another invite to Shobhita ma'am. Okay, great.
I'm so sorry, ma'am.
Okay.
I had some network issues.
It's okay. I think we'll wait for Nancy ma'am का फिर से accept कर दिया है. Okay, let's begin तब तक. Hello everyone, my name is Lavanya Punaini and I'm a volunteer at SKCF. I'm from the social media and graphics domain, and it's been almost 4 to 5 months working with the organization, and it's a great experience. I would also like to now introduce our guests for the day. So we have Shobhita ma'am. She is the head of the content department, and we also have Deepali ma'am with us, and Deepali ma'am is the head of the teachers domain. Shobhita ma'am has been working with the organization for about 1.5 years, and okay, Nancy ma'am is not here. I don't know what's the issue with. Okay, and the same goes for Deepali ma'am. Even she's been working with the organization for about 1.5 years, 1.6 years. So, how has your experience been so far in SKCF?
First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me in, and I hope it's a great life for this session. So, SKCF is like a family to me. Started as an intern in my very first year. It was like 2 months of my college, and I started as an intern. Right now, I head the teachers domain, and it's a big deal to be very honest. I'm very happy to be a part of such a beautiful organization, to get to work with such great people, be it Shobhita ma'am, you guys, Nancy ma'am, or everyone in general. So I'm happy to be a part. I'm happy to be a part of this session, and I wish to grow and continue growing with the organization.
Great. What
Thank
about
you.
you, Shobhita?
I'm so sorry I couldn't hear your question. Can you
I
say that
just
again?
asked, how has your experience been in SKCF?
I think SKCF is like a family to me. I started as a volunteer and I didn't know I would become a head one day. I worked as a mentor and it has been a tremendous journey ever since. I've attended multiple fundraisers, I've attended multiple cultural events, and the happiness on the children's face and joy in everyone's eyes, it actually keeps me really motivated to work even more hard. So it's been a tremendous journey, and I'm so grateful to be a part of SKCF and to be a part of this talk about women empowerment and women equality, which is so crucial in today's time.
That is great. Okay. I Do we have Nancy ma'am here? Hello,
Yes.
ma'am. I'm so
Hello.
sorry. There was some
No,
technical
it's
glitch.
okay. It's okay. Good
Hello,
evening,
ma'am.
everyone.
How are you?
Hello, Shobhita ma'am. I'm good. How are you? Hi,
Very well.
Deepali ma'am.
Hello, Nancy ma'am. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, I'd also like to introduce Nancy ma'am. Nancy ma'am is our SKCF advisor, and she's been working with the organization for more than 2 years. We're so glad to have you today. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Okay, shall we start with the question answer session?
Yes,
So,
sure.
Sure.
Great. I'd first like to know what are your views about women equality in just like 1 or 2 lines, very briefly. Deepali ma'am, we start with you.
Sure. I feel like women equality it's not just women equality, it's equality in general. It's working for equal opportunities for all the genders without any prejudice, without any biases, without any gender based differences, to be very precise on that matter.
Great. Nancy ma'am.
I guess she is not there with us in the live anymore.
I'll just check again. There is some issue. It's not accepting your request. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, I got lost. But I don't know why. Yes, I heard what Deepali ma'am said, and I truly agree to it. I think it should not like just be women equality. It is more like gender equality, whatever gender it is, trans, bisexual, women, men, whatever it is. I think it should every gender should have equality in general. Whatever the rights and opportunities are provided to all the genders, it should be equal.
great. What about you, Shobhita ma'am?
okay. So I heard this very nice quote by Malala Yousafzai, which she said in an important event. It said that we cannot all succeed when half of us are still kept back. So this is very true in today's time. When we talk about women equality or equality in general, but what we understand it very less, and what we even it is even less acted upon. So it's like equality. It's not just equality in terms of equal opportunities, equal rights, or equal financial decision making things, but equality in terms of equal respect, equal dignity, equal status to everyone. I think that is a very crucial thing in today's.
Right. Very well said, ma'am. Okay, so I've basically noticed that women equality is very beautifully taken care of in SKCF. Um, I mean, all of us are given opportunities. All four of us here are women, so clearly. But what do you think about other institutions? मतलब अगर gender equality goals वहाँ पर नहीं होते, तो कैसा होता? What would have been the scenario? What do you all think?
I guess I can go first.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Gender equality are like ideas which exist. We have the notions that this is gender equality, this is gender parity, be it in terms of equal say, equal pay, equal opportunities, equal rights, and every stuff. It includes everything. And that is an idea, a goal which to and also been working towards that goal since the day of its establishment, that be it 4 or 5 years. And we are trying our best to, be there for every human beside the fact, beside the matter of what their gender, what their other preferences, orientations be. And that is a beautiful thing because the motive here matters. The intention here of the organization, the people in say to respect every human of their intrinsic value matters. The goals are there, they are set there, and working towards them with taking them as ends and not as means towards anything. That is what matters. And I guess every organization should have such goals, such seminars and workshops to promote these kinds of intentions and ideas among every individual. Because we are an NGO for the first say. And if we are there to promote such beautiful ideas and thoughts in the community, I guess it will be very beneficial for the people we are serving to, with the people we are serving.
Very well said. What are your thoughts on this, Nancy ma'am?
I could hear Deepali ma'am's answer, but I could not hear your question exactly. What was
Okay,
it?
my question was that what if there are no gender equality goals in other organizations? मतलब वो कैसा scenario होगा उस case में?
I think obviously, first of all, that organization would be male dominated. अगर gender equality ही नहीं है, then most of the women will not be interested to be there. If I specifically talk about SKCF, I tell you, like it's basic से शुरू करें ना, तो basic से ही यहाँ पर equality होती है. Like you will see most of the female mentors, female head. There are male heads also, female heads also. I have never felt in this organization that there is some gender inequality, be it in terms of ideas. अगर ideas मेल हेड से उतने लिए जाते हैं तो जो भी फीमेल हेड्स हैं उनके भी आइडियाज को उतना ही एक्नॉलेज किया जाता है एंड उसके ऊपर भी उतना ही काम किया जाता है. आई थिंक three of you would agree to it that SKCF में like I have never faced any women inequality and I'm really sorry if out there बाकी organization में anyone has to face any women inequality or any gender inequality in general, but I think it will all start like basic से ही solve हो पाएगा. Firstly, there should be equal opportunities provided to the men as well as women, equal pay provided for the same work to men as well as women. So I think आज के time पे if we talk about gender equality in the workspace, not just women equality, but gender equality in the workspace is very, very, very important. And I'm so happy that I work in an organization जहाँ पर वो equality मिलती है. So yeah, that's it.
Yes, that's great. Okay, Shobhita ma'am, next question for you. ऐसा क्या है women में जो इतना ज़्यादा focus डालते हैं women equality, feminism, women power, empowerment, ऐसी वाली चीज़ों पे? I mean, how do you think that women can benefit the society and organizations in general?
Okay. So when you talk about feminism, now I remember this thing. Okay, so often in the society, feminism, the term is taken on a very negative note. I don't know for what reason. Even if you say someone, if you say this to someone that, okay, I'm a feminist, they'll be like, oh, you're one of those. They'll be seeing you with pity. Oh my God, you're one of those. You must be fighting all the time. Huh? But it's not true. Feminism is just like equality. People just want to treat everyone, the feminists just want to treat everyone with equal respect and dignity. That's it. That's their ultimate motive. They do not want any harm to anyone. I think why people see it with so much disrespect, I don't know what. Secondly is, women can benefit society and organization by bringing a diverse perspective to something, by fostering collaborations, driving innovations. Like Chandrayaan 3 recently, landed on the lunar surface, which is a great thing. And the driving force behind it was women. So it's like women bring innovation and equality. Women also bring equality to the organization they join. So it's like women has to be there, women have to be there. Also, what they say is if you educate one woman in the family, the whole family is educated. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring changes into the system. I think that's an important role that women play in any organization, be it any NGO or in any corporate world or anywhere. Teachers are always there to spread, this thing. But in everywhere, women do this. So I think women have to be in every organization to bring contributing to the economic growth of the society, introducing different leadership roles, having a social impact in the society.
Right. The everybody in the audience agrees, so I'm glad. And I love how you quote small phrases in the middle, so that's amazing. Apart from that, okay, I want to ask all three of you, what are your experiences, personal experiences, या कुछ भी, which has motivated you to think or care about women empowerment or women equality?
So
ऐसा
let's
कुछ
start.
हो
I
कभी?
have something to say. Should I go ahead?
Pardon? Yes,
Should I
sure.
go ahead?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I have seen a lot of my friends working in the corporate sector because we recently graduated, so my friends a lot of started working in this corporate sector. So they face a lot of inequalities as women, okay, because their achievements are undermined. Men often question their characters, in case they, achieve certain roles. And, when men and women both are working at the same position, men are asked about their opinion, whereas women are asked to make coffees. So it's like that thing, this is a thing that really bothers me. Also, like instances worldwide when we hear that Afghanistan women are not allowed to study, or in USA women are not allowed to take bodily decisions like abortion. Okay, so these things really bother me because why are men allowing them? Who are men to allow people to do this? People comment on transgender, trans women, or anyone, be it the matter of the fact. But why are we giving men position to allow us to do something? So I think that really motivates me to work on the women empowerment. Also, sometimes we see this in our own households. Like if we, in a family, if we see we have there's a son and a daughter. So it's like whenever guests arrive at the house, so the seniors of the house will tell the girl to go and bring water. So I think that they might not be differentiating on education or on food, but these small nuances really impacts the development of girl child, because she'll always think that it is my responsibility to feed the family, it is my responsibility to take the shares of the household, to take the load of that. I think that's what motivates me to work on this, women empowerment. Besides that, I'm the head of the content domain, so we keep on writing these, articles on women empowerment, and so it would be great for you if anyone in the audiences want to, read about such articles. It will be about, women in leadership roles, or patriarchy, even after 76 years of independence. So you can check out our articles.
I'll surely come back to your blog. I have a question related to that. So I'll
Sure,
ask you.
ma'am.
What about you, ma'am? What do you think? ऐसा क्या
I
personal experience?
yeah, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I agree to what Shobhita ma'am has said, and personally, as a woman, it's get to you. It gets to you. You want to work for the class you belong to. You want to work for the gender you belong to, because I guess, unfortunately, every one of us present here might have faced some kind of opposition, some kind of oppression in some way or the other. Be it very nuanced, be it very on a very global level, but we face it every day. And it's a thing that our personal troubles become public issues. It's not like I'm the only one who is facing such things. It's a common thing which everyone belonging to our gender will have to face it no matter what. Economically higher class, you might belong to economically low class, it sacrifices and it becomes a very rigid thing. These things make you want to work for these issues, they make you want to stand up for these things. And as a person who comes from a girls' college, I'm very glad and very grateful that I get to see people working towards these issues without making fun of them or without thinking that it's a very stupid to say or very idiotic issue to talk about. Because we know that it exists, and the fact that we try to cover it up with some facts, with maybe biological facts, first to say, is downright not acceptable in any way or any form. And it exists everywhere. So the fact that it exists and the fact that we have to face it no matter what is the driving force, is the major driving force behind it.
And I hate the fact that we have to cover it up using reasons, facts and scientific
Exactly.
reasons, astrological reasons,
Exactly.
or what. I
Exactly.
and ma'am, what are your views?
I think before even stepping into the real world, ये सब लोग सब I think सब females ने पहले घर पे ही देखा होगा सब inequality, भाई को कैसे ट्रीट करते हैं, मुझे कैसे करते हैं. रियल वर्ल्ड में तो चलो हम लोग अब आए हैं स्कूल कॉलेजेस में, जब उससे पहले से ही कि व्हाट शोभिता मैम सेड दैट्स एब्सोल्युटली ट्रू. अगर कोई चाहे तो इसे विलिंगली इग्नोर कर सकते हैं कि पानी तो लाने के लिए बोला है, क्या बड़ी बात है. बट इफ यू गो इन डेप्थ देन इट्स अ वेरी बिग इशू, बिकॉज हमसे वो चीजें एक्सपेक्ट की जाती हैं एंड वी आर नॉट डिनाइंग कि हम नहीं कर सकते. इट्स जस्ट दैट द एक्सपेक्टेशन शुड बी फॉर एवरी, लाइक जेंडर बायस एक्सपेक्टेशंस नहीं होनी चाहिए. इट शुड बी सेम एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम माय ब्रदर टू, राइट. सो वही घर पे सब कुछ सबसे पहले होता है. रात को उसे बाहर जाने दिया, मुझे नहीं जाने दिया, मेरे को बोलना अलाउड नहीं है. फाइनेंशियल मैटर में फीमेल ओपिनियन मैटर नहीं करता, तुम्हें कुछ नहीं पता बाहर क्या चलता है क्या होता है.
Exactly.
आई थिंक यस, सबसे पहले तो अगर इफ समवन इज लुकिंग फॉर इक्वालिटी, चेंज इट एट योर होम फर्स्ट. ठीक है, बिकॉज बाहर तो जब हम बाहर निकले तब बाहर का पता लगा कि ओ ये तो सबके साथ होता है. पहले वी यूज्ड टू ब्लेम आवर पेरेंट्स कि आप ही ऐसा करते हो, मेरे साथ ही करते हो. बट नाउ वी नो कि हर किसी के साथ हर किसी के घर पे होता है. सो इफ एवरी फीमेल वुड ट्राई टू चेंज इट पहले अपने घर पे, if everyone will try to break that generational chain जो चली आ रही है, then I think we can see a lot of improvement out there. So
Very true. Ma'am, from what you said about कि financial matters में women को ज़्यादा include नहीं किया जाता, ऐसा क्या है? What rights do women lack? मतलब ऐसे कौन से barriers की वजह से हमको economic system के एकदम बाहर ही फेंक दिया है कि you are not doing this.
सबसे बेसिक राइट जो नहीं दिया जाता, दैट इज राइट टू एक्सप्रेस. We have to ask for our right to express, which is, I won't say it funny, it is very serious, but I do not like. कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है ना कि क्या है, like आपको अपने ओपिनियन एक्सप्रेस करने से भी पहले किसी से वो कि पापा मैं कुछ बोलूं, मम्मी मैं कुछ बोलूं, क्यों, मुझे बोलना है तो मैं बोलूंगी, राइट. सो सबसे बेसिक राइट जो नहीं मिलता है मोस्ट ऑफ द वुमेन को आउट देयर. आई एम ग्रेटफुल कि अब मतलब आई स्टार्ट लाइक आई रियलाइज्ड इट लॉन्ग अगो एंड आई हैव हैड मेनी इयर्स टू चेंज इट एट माय होम एंड आई एम रियली हैप्पी कि अब घर पे ऐसा नहीं होता है. अब तो फाइनेंशियल मैटर्स में मम्मी या भाई से पहले भी मुझसे बात हुई जाती है, क्योंकि तो अच्छा लगता है. छोटी छोटी बातें होती है ना विच यू बिलीव कि अब कुछ मैंने चेंज कर दिया अपने घर पे, राइट. सो आई फील राइट टू एक्सप्रेस तो सबसे बेसिक राइट है जो सबको मिलना चाहिए. वुमेन हो, मैन हो, कोई भी हो, जेंडर के बेसिस पे आप किसी का राइट टू एक्सप्रेस नहीं रोक सकते. एंड यू नो देयर वाज अ टाइम, आई टेल यू, कि लोगों ने ना इतना बोल दिया था कि लड़कियों को ये सब नहीं पता होता. मैं बेसिकली फाइनेंशियल मैटर इसलिए उठाती हूँ क्योंकि वो मुझे पर्सनली लगता है कि ऐसा हुआ मेरे साथ, तो कि फाइनेंशियल मैटर में लड़कियां नहीं बोल सकती ऐसा. एक टाइम के बाद ना आपको लगता है कि नहीं मैं डम हूँ, शायद लड़कियों को थोड़ी लेस नॉलेज होती है. आपका ना रिसेप्शन ऐसा बन जाता है सबसे सुन के कि ना मे बी ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ मे बी मुझे नहीं पता, मैं लड़कियों को नहीं पता होगा, मे बी फाइनेंशियल इश्यूज के बारे में लड़कों को ज्यादा पता होता है. आई थिंक अगर किसी का भी ऑडियंस में से भी या कोई भी बाद में इस लाइफ को देखे किसी का भी ऐसा परसेप्शन बन चुका है कि उनसे ज्यादा किसी मेल फ्रेंड को फाइनेंशियल मैटर के बारे में पता है, आई एम सॉरी कि सबने बोल बोल के आपका ऐसा परसेप्शन बना दिया, बट इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. ठीक है. सो या आई फील राइट टू एक्सप्रेस तो सबसे पहले मिलना चाहिए और सबको अपने राइट टू एक्सप्रेस के लिए लड़ना चाहिए, टू बी ऑनेस्ट.
Great. Yeah. Okay, next question to Shobhita ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I read that blog which was written by your team, भावनी मैम ने लिखा था on patriarchy plaguing. उसमें mention किया था कि even after independence, girls are often denied access to quality education because of conservative families, and उनको बहुत बार ऐसे gendered career options दिए जाते हैं कि यही सब
Yes.
करोगे, particular आपके पास options हैं, इसके बाहर नहीं जाना. तो ऐसे कुछ क्या मतलब तरीके हो सकते हैं जिससे वी कैन काइंड ऑफ एंड दिस पेट्रियार्की. खत्म तो नहीं होगी, वी कैन ऑब्वियसली ट्राई.
This is
तो
a very long cycle. It's a very long cycle which has been going on since generations. Rural areas में we see, those parents who educated नहीं है, तो वो prefer करते हैं कि उनके बच्चे educated ना हो, and they try to get them married. Okay, so there was a house help in my house. So her daughter, who was same age as mine, now she has 2 children. She was very good at studies, but she was not let to continue her education. you know, keeping rural areas aside, urban areas में भी आप देखोगे. So there are times when parents वो क्या करते हैं, they pretend कि हाँ हम लोग हमारी girls को पढ़ाते हैं, उनकी 12th हुई, graduation हुई, and then की graduation भी इसलिए ताकि they get a right partner for marriage and then ship them off to their homes. Okay, so it's like ये generation से आ रहा है because उनकी सोच भी वैसी है, because their parents मे बी मदर्स, उनकी मदर्स ने भी उनको यही बोला होगा कि यू हैव टू गेट मैरिड, यू हैव टू शेयर द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज. इनफैक्ट अगर लड़कियों को पढ़ाया भी जाता है तो दे आर मेड टू चूज प्रोफेशन लाइक टीचिंग, कि उनका आधा दिन का काम हो गया एंड आफ्टर द हाफ डे दे विल बी शेयरिंग द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, दे विल नॉट बी शेयरिंग, दे विल बी डूइंग द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज ऑफ द हाउस ऑल अलोन. ओके, सो इट्स लाइक द थिंग इज एजुकेशन. फर्स्टली गर्ल्स को खुद एजुकेट होना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज अगर गर्ल्स ही क्वेश्चन नहीं करेंगी इस चीज को एंड एक्सेप्ट कर लेंगे कि हाँ ठीक है, ओके, इफ माय फैमिली वांट्स मी टू गेट मैरिड, आई गेट मैरिड, देन व्हाट्स द पॉइंट? You need to get educated firstly, and then you need to communicate, openly express, as Nancy said, right to express. You need to express this to your family and stand firm on your decision that I want to continue my education, I want to go abroad for studies, I want to pursue careers. People don't want their daughters to be working at odd hours, like police women. Okay, if they want to work at night, or they don't want them to become they don't want them to work in the call centers which operate at night. So it's like they have to stand firm on their ground that I want to study, I will not get married before I achieve something in my life, and I'll find a partner for me which is equally interested in sharing the responsibilities equally among ourselves. I think that's the main thing that that can end. It will not end this thing. It will just lessen the burden on women for now, and for generations to come. If I am self-educated, if I am standing firm on my decisions to educate myself and to empower myself to share equal responsibilities between me and my partner, I'll inculcate these values into my child, and further on this thing will get control, and women and men will be equal, or everyone will be equal for that matter.
very right again. So what Nancy ma'am said कि you have to raise your opinion, express yourself as much
Yes,
as you can, and अपने rights के लिए बोलना है सबको. तो I think
exactly.
we need to learn that, क्योंकि हमको ये सब तो नहीं सिखाया कभी. We've always been told
Exactly.
to like stay
Yeah.
quiet, let others.
you know, I'll say this thing, okay, our grandmothers, they're still from the very last generation, okay, so they'll tell you, okay, do not laugh loudly, don't, sit like this, sit properly, speak softly,
Be the last.
okay, you'll be judged otherwise, you'll not find a husband, you'll not find a good husband, learn cooking food, or, how else you'll feed your family. So it's like these things, they might not have, a lot of impact, but these things, in the meantime, while growing up, these have a lot of impact on everyone, on girls especially, because, why do we need to cook everything? I am not a person to cook. I don't love cooking. I really hate cooking. I cannot stand in the kitchen for more than 5 minutes. So it's okay. I mean, we'll share the road equally, So why do I need to pressurize myself into thinking that if I learn something today, this will help, this will be my duty in the future? Or if anyone wants to learn cooking, it will stay. Not just because you're conditioned to believe that this will help. This should not be the situation.
Adding to what Shobhita ma'am said, often it is like कि मतलब if someone asks किसी लड़की से do you know cooking and she says no, oh my god, you don't know cooking, इतने साल से क्या किया?
Exactly.
And if we ask the same thing to a guy and he knows cooking, it's like
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
you know cooking, oh
The-
my god. So I
Okay, the
think
girls will fall for him because he knows cooking. But
हाँ
that's a bare minimum. That's a
yeah,
basic survival skill that everyone should know. It's not about being a woman or being a
that's
man or being a transgender person or anyone else. It's just a basic survival skill that everyone should know.
Dipali ma'am.
छोटे छोटे इंस्टेंसेस जो डेली लाइफ के है ना, अब जैसे हम सब लोग बात कर रहे हैं, अब शोभिता मैम ने कुकिंग बोला तो आई रिमेम्बर दिस इंस्टेंस। ऐसे छोटे छोटे इतनी चीजें है ना कि इफ दिस लाइफ इवन कंटिन्यूज फॉर 1 hour ना, वो खत्म ही नहीं
Even
होगा।
even ma'am, you were talking about lack of the laws that you asked Nancy ma'am about this. So firstly, equal pay. Women are not being paid equally as men. Even if you
Hmm.
look at a construction worker, they are not being paid equally. Or even if you look at celebrities, both men and women working towards the same thing, bringing same value to the film, they're not being paid equally. Men are always paid more than women. Then we have maternity leave. They're not given equal maternity leave or or equal access to healthcare. Also the lack of flexible hours. It's like if one cannot work for because then why I saw this tweet, okay, on on Twitter recently. It's like the man who was the CEO, he questioned the woman that why did she take up the role if she had to be involved in her family matters. So they do not provide women the equal, flexible hours because they need it because men have been putting too much pressure on women to do the household works as well and provide financial strength to the family, and then they do not understand that they need some time for themselves as well. So that's the thing that we need to take care of by standing firm on our grounds again.
I I think people need to stop side eyeing women for every step they take for themselves.
Yes,
It's like हाँ रात को काम करने जाती है side eye. Even I
exactly. They
tell you
question their
one
characters.
instance.
Again, they
Yeah.
question their characters because they don't get any bad thing on women. They start questioning their characters. Okay, she reads this position. She might be doing something illegal. She's working
Mm.
till late. She might be doing something else.
Mm.
Ma'am, are you trying to say
हाँ,
something? You're not audible.
Lavanya ma'am, you are not audible.
Sorry, sorry, I was on mute.
Lavanya ma'am, you're not.
Am I audible now? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I was saying कि men use do things everyday regular basis पे, but जब हमारे ऊपर बात आती है तब वही हो जाता है कि how are you doing it? You're a woman, you can't do it. But
Yeah, even in fact, like coding, they consider it a very male-dominated stream, and if a woman does it, like, how is she doing this? Why is she doing this actually? And how is she doing this? She
and
must have
is
done
There's
something
also
illegal to
one
gain
more
that
thing
position.
right. इससे
which
और
I would
कुछ
like to say that
self
uh,
confidence.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I have
Yeah,
one
No,
more point to add to what you guys said, that we expect women to do everything, but we don't provide them flexibility, opportunity, or even per se appreciation for the things they do. If you're talking about the
exactly.
discrimination between men and women, if a man does that cooking thing and the man is the best one is to say husband material. But if a woman does that, it's just your job. You are born to do this. You have to do
Yes.
this. You're not doing it for someone else. You're doing it for your own good. That is how we treat people. Also, one more thing, that these are the दिख जाए कि आपको इक्वल आपको सैलरी में दिख जाए, आपको अपॉर्चुनिटीज नहीं दिख आपको विजिबल, बट things like these, they have been so nicely imbibed into our culture, into our education system, ki the first thing to acknowledge the discrimination is a very big step. आपको realize ही नहीं होगा. It is not. It goes beyond your education. I once met an educated couple, and they literally said that the salary of the female partner will be used for saving, and the salary of the male partner will be used for the expenditure, because the female partner's salary is her own and she should use it for saving, And it is the duty of the male partner to expend and to bring groceries for the household. That's not how it is. It might seem very good ki, oh my god, he is helping her out there, but it's not. Why is my salary not being accountable for our expenditure? This is what equality is. It is not कि आपको हम special privilege दे रहे हैं. Equality is आपको भी उतने privileges हैं, हमें भी उतने privileges हैं. We don't ask as feminists for special privilege. We just ask that we have been oppressed for such a long time that you give us this privilege and we deserve it because our life also has the same value, same worth as that is what the basic guideline of feminism is. I don't think usme we bring in other things is just dragging down the thing.
Right.
Even in some cases, sorry, Nancy, you go ahead.
नहीं आप बोलो कोई बात नहीं.
Okay. So even in some cases, I've seen, husband and wife, they're both educated, and wife will ask, will say, I'll ask my husband before buying something for herself.
Right.
You'll even think about this, that
Exactly.
I'll ask my husband, or I'll ask my husband to go out for, if she needs to go out for, if she needs to take a night off, or if she needs to go out with a friend on a trip. So like, I'll ask my husband and I'll let him. Why do you need to ask your husband? You might need to discuss it with him. It's not an issue to discuss. But it is an issue if you need to ask him for his permission before going.
Whereas the husband has no such thing to ask the wife.
Yeah.
He can
Yeah.
expend it however he likes. And if he asks, then he's, subordinate to his wife. We create this glass ceiling kind of thing that this is the max a woman can go. And if she goes anywhere beyond that, then she's wrong, upright, judge her in every possible way we can.
Yes.
I think what Deepali ma'am said earlier about men, उनसे क्यों ऐसा expect किया जाता है that they have to pay. I think that's what true feminism means. Like हम लोग जो है feminist word है ना, वो specifically for women है, but the concept is to believe in the equality. We don't want कि हर चीज में सिर्फ women right ही वो दिए जाए, जहाँ पर men are lacking the rights and they are facing the problem. True feminist will raise voice on that too. वो partial feminist नहीं होना चाहिए किसी को कि जब women के साथ कुछ हो रहा है then they only raise voice, but जब men के साथ हो रहा है then they do not. It's like कोई बात नहीं. So that's what like the true definition of equality is what Deepali ma'am said, that जितना फीमेल जो डिजर्व करती है, जो उनके राइट्स हैं वो उन्हें दिए जाए, एंड जितना मेल के राइट्स हैं वो उन्हें भी दिए जाए. वी डोंट वांट कि हम ऊपर चढ़े बाय डिग्रेडिंग मेन. नो, दैट्स नॉट व्हाट वी वांट. वी वांट दोनों इक्वल जगह पर आए. वी डोंट वांट कि हम ज्यादा ऊपर जाएं वो ज्यादा नीचे जाए. दैट्स नॉट व्हाट एनी ऑफ अस वांट. सो या, दैट्स व्हाट आई लाइक व्हाट शी सेड.
वेरी ट्रू. एंड ऑल्सो बहुत बार लोग इक्वालिटी और इक्विटी में भी कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं these days. It's like इक्वालिटी बोलते बोलते इक्विटी बोलते बोलते इक्वालिटी में पहुंच जाते हैं. मुझे इससे ऊपर होना है, इससे ऊपर होना है. बट इक्विटी इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज इट्स लाइक you are considering the other person's situation and then you are giving them fair chances उसके हिसाब से. But like वो फिर हमेशा गलत सेंस में चला जाता है and it ends up being on the wrong note. So it's okay. What are your views about women who work in like male-centered organizations or workplaces?
I can go on
Just
this one.
Yeah, the parliament.
I mean, I would really like to appreciate the dominated industries because it takes courage to step out. It takes courage to face that dominance, to fight against that dominance every day with a straight face and with courage and vigor. It's very difficult to live in a male-dominated world, and it becomes, I guess, 100 times difficult to work in that world, to be dominated, to feel that you are being dominated and yet be powerless, be helpless to, voice out against it in the manner you want to. It takes courage to work there, and I feel our organization as a whole would support such women, and we would be there for them in every case, in every way we can help them out. So that is like my thing, that we salute them to working out there. We encourage them to fighting against it, and we'll be there to help them out in every way possible.
That's true. Shobhita ma'am, I think you were going next.
I'm so sorry I couldn't hear what the ma'am said. I just had a network issue. Can you please repeat your question again?
My question was that what is your opinion about women who work in male-dominated sectors?
I think firstly, that's a great deal if they're working out there because they're trying to prove themselves. They're one step ahead in this, journey towards women empowerment. And I think firstly, they need to communicate effectively. Because if people start misbehaving with you, you are the one who should, look out for yourself because nobody is going to do that for you. You need to stand firmly on your ground and communicate things effectively, be it, and put your opinions forward. I think that's the women have to do in a male dominated. Because apart from that, if you are not going to look out or stand out for yourself, nobody is going to come. No, you're not a damsel in distress. Nobody is going to come out and help you out. You need to help yourself. So that's the main thing that women in male dominated industry need to understand and need to do because they're already so ahead of a lot of women in this journey and they need to even if they need to mark their presence there, they need to communicate it. That's my thing.
Nancy ma'am, would you like to add something?
Yes, definitely I agree to both of them because अगर आप क्राउड से हटके जो आपको पुश किया जाता है बोला जाता है कि आप इस लाइन में जाओ अगर आप वो चीज हटकर दूसरी लाइन में जा रहे हो आई थिंक दैट मेक्स यू एन इंस्पिरेशन मे बी a woman who chooses to go in a male dominated field I think she's setting an example for the generations after her because it's like people would notice my sister is in that field and I really hope कि वो जिस family से है ना हमसे ज़्यादा that family should be proud of that person that girl that she is there I think I hope she's receiving the appreciation she deserves and I hope थोड़े सालों में there is no such question asked about male dominated line I hope there remain no male dominated lines and our line equal ho jaye women male both are equally in number that's a far dream but Lavanya ma'am you said when Shobhita ma'am was talking about patriarchy that अब वो तो नहीं पूरी तरह से हट सकती आई थिंक यू शुड से वो हटेगी कुछ सालों में नहीं 10 सालों में नहीं 15 सालों में नहीं बट देयर विल बी अ टाइम जब वो पूरी तरह से हटेगी एंड वी ऑल and all the other women out there and all the other male out there who believe in equality we will all make sure of that.
Sure, ma'am. We'll try our level best to reach that level. Okay. I have a question. Okay, we have 15 minutes. I have a question for the audience and for all three of you. What is one thing that you can do to make a positive impact on gender equality? And it's specific to like our organization. So come up with
First
one.
thing, one नहीं हो पाएगा one तो फिर it would I am not given the right to express but
Ma'am,
the first thing we can do is
express yourself. You can give
I
as
think
many.
the first thing yes so the first thing is we can have such beautiful live sessions जहाँ पर we discuss and acknowledge the problem like I believe कि half of the people who came and saw the live उनको ऐसा लग रहा होगा कि क्या इशू के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं क्या हर जगह जाओ यही सब चलता रहता है women equality ये वो पता नहीं ऐसा सब लोगों को लगता है कि क्या इशू के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं यार अब सब ठीक तो है अब women इतने ऊपर जा रही हैं ये वो फलाना ढिमकाना बट आई थिंक दे शुड अंडरस्टैंड कि जस्ट बिकॉज आप इतने प्रिविलेज्ड एंड ब्लेस्ड हैं कि आपके आसपास ऐसी चीजें होनी बंद हो गई हैं you should consider yourself lucky and you should have empathy towards the people जिन्हें आज भी ये सब फेस करना पड़ता है so first thing is we can acknowledge the situation. We should not deny it that it does not exist, because it exists. No matter how many proofs you give, no matter how many facts you say कि अब देखो ये ऐसा है वैसा है, नहीं, it exists, and it is gonna exist until and unless we all acknowledge and try to solve it. Second, I think not in general about our organization, but in all the organization, I think things would change if men would feel a little empathy, like a little empathy towards the women that what we are facing. And I think if a woman is raising voice against something, uh, men should. I'm not asking them to support it, but they should support it in general, because unless and until we all support the cause, it will not going to be like it is not going to be changed. And also, I think हमारे एनजीओ में बाकी सब बेसिक इक्वालिटी एग्जिस्ट बहुत टाइम से ही. इक्वल स्टाइपेंड, इक्वल वर्कलोड, इक्वल क्रिएटिविटी, इक्वल एक्सप्रेशन का राइट दिया जाता है. सो यस, आई थिंक 2 points from my side.
Great. Thank you so much. Deepali ma'am, what about you? Also, people in the audience, please write down your pieces of advice in the comment section. Yes, Deepali.
I would like to add something. Can I?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Like, it's basically the fifth wave of feminism we are working in, and we have come a long way from fighting for a right to vote to this rights of intersectionality, working on a socialist approach of feminism. And we should take inspiration from all the feminist leaders across the globe who have fought very hard for such rights, who have fought very hard for the mere existence of a female in the community. And we should not stop, because we haven't reached the point where we need to reach. There are still many more fights left to do. There are still many more conversations, tough conversations to be held at and to face. So we should take inspiration from what we have gone through, and we should continue fighting in our every small day, in our every small conversations, be it with our parents, be it with our own self. Because at times, like Nancy ma'am also said in between once, we want to doubt ourselves, our capabilities. We should, be the first and the foremost cheerleaders. I can do this, and I should do this, and I should encourage others around me to do this. And these small acts will eventually become into a greater good and into a greater,
Great. Thank you so much. Shobhita ma'am,
I'll explain it in very general. I've already said it, communication. I'll say it one more time. Communication is the key. For a very, beautiful working environment, communication is the key. And I'm so happy to say that, at SKCF, we communicate every day. Like, we are in touch with every person. We are so freely communicating with each other. If I have a problem with Deepali ma'am, I won't shy away from, telling her that, I have some problem with this, and we'll discuss it out. That's the beauty of this foundation, that everyone's voices is heard and everyone is equally respected. For a nice working in condition, communication is the key. And then second thing is really listening. As a leader of any organization, be it corporate, it is his or her duty to make sure that every voice is heard and every opinion is listened. Be it a man, be it a woman, or any other person, as a matter of fact, that every voice is heard and people are appreciated for their achievement. Because in a lot of organizations, women are not given their share of reward. So I think that's the main thing that an effective leadership should do in order to empower the corporations involving women.
okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. I don't think we have any answers from the audience, so that's fine. Okay, moving to our last question is the 5-6 question quiz in which everybody participate. How do you empower yourself? Because I feel ऐसे बहुत ज़्यादा बहुत होते हैं when you feel low, when people around you put your self confidence down, and बहुत सारे instances होते हैं when you just don't feel like yourself. So how do you as women empower yourself and around you?
Can I start?
Yes, sure.
I think education is the first thing that everyone needs to empower. If I want to empower others, I should have to be empowered myself. So I think education, skill development things, knowledge of the world. If I'm not aware of my rights, or even if I'm not aware of the things that are lacking in the system, how am I going to empower others or fight for the rights for myself as well? So I think firstly is education. Second is self-confidence. I need to believe in my abilities, and I should not, let anyone put me down. Put me in, uh, doubt of my capabilities. And thirdly, as there's a misconception that women are each other's worst enemy, but it is not true. Sometimes women are women's allies. It's like if I want to empower other women, I need to be able to share my stories with them. I need to be able to communicate with them effectively and act as a role model for people who view me as some inspiration, so that they can help themselves. If I try to inspire them, do something in the society, do something to change in the society, so that they can see from my action, they can learn from my action, they try to bring the changes into whatever little social circle they have, or little bubble they have created. So that's the main thing. I think these things are what really empowers me, and I wish to empower, see it in other women as well. Now, ma'am, you're
I'm
not
on mute.
audible.
Lavanya ma'am, you're not audible.
Deepali, would you like?
I am so sorry. I was not able to hear your question properly. Can you
Okay.
repeat?
I just see, how do you empower yourself and the women around you? Because बहुत सारे दिन हमारा self confidence नीचे होता है, and people around us try to put us down. So how do you empower yourself?
As a person, until till age of 17, in my teenage, I was a very shy and underconfident person. To be very honest, I was very shy and very underconfident. I would get scared very easily. Then it came to me that the first thing is to not to be scared of anyone or anything. I mean, except your parents, you should be scared of them. But other than them, I don't think so. There is reason of being scared of anyone, because be past, be believe in yourself. Be self confident. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to say. Don't be afraid to live. Don't be afraid to ask for anything. Demand for anything, because we deserve it. Believe in our own values and move forward with it. Support the people who support you, and because it supports you also. If I am there for the people who are there for me, obviously it will empower me and strengthen that everyone should feel is to be fearless. Because if you're afraid of things, you will obviously back off from them. Be fearless. Be fearless to even fail at things. So that is my go-to motivation for all these kind of stuff.
Very well.
Very, thank you. Nancy ma'am, what about you?
I think मेरा भी first point same like Shobhita ma'am would be education. This is the reason कि मैंने एक education based NGO में volunteer किया, because मुझसे आप कोई भी problem पूछो ना, कोई भी, आप किसी भी problem के बारे में लाओ, poverty, ठीक है, crime, कुछ भी लाओ ना, मेरा सबसे first answer होता है education, क्योंकि हर चीज connects to education. अगर आपको लगता है कि women are less than men, एजुकेशन की कमी है. अगर आप एक क्रिमिनल हो, आपने कोई क्राइम किया है, आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस में जो छोटे बच्चे आई थिंक सो जुवेनाइल क्रिमिनल्स होते हैं ना, एजुकेशन, लैक ऑफ एजुकेशन, हर चीज ना एजुकेशन. आई एम टेलिंग यू राइट दिस like this right now. I truly believe it is the motto of my life. When I think about social problem, education is the key to change everything. And I am very thankful to SKCF कि वो उन लोगों को भी educate कर रहा है जिनके पास education की opportunity नहीं थी due to poverty or any other reason. And आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस राइट नाउ, ये जो एजुकेशन अभी हम बच्चों को दे रहे हैं ना, कल को वी आर गोना सी द रिजल्ट ऑफ इट, बिकॉज दिस सोसाइटी वुड बी बेटर टुमारो because of the education, I'm telling you. And second thing I feel is, my question भूल गई, अच्छा, how do I empower myself? Firstly, I try to be कॉन्फिडेंस की बात जैसे बोली ना कि कॉन्फिडेंस ब्रेक करता है सब, आई थिंक स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम टीनेज टू नाउ मैंने अपना कॉन्फिडेंस इतना ज्यादा बूस्ट करती हूँ ना, खुद ही लो हो रहा है, बैड डे है, ईयरफोन्स लगाया एंड आई लिसन टू वेरी लाइक बहुत ऐसे सॉन्ग्स ना जिससे आपका कॉन्फिडेंस एकदम से वो हो जाता है. आई थिंक एवरी गर्ल वुड रिलेट टू इट. गाने लगा के ड्रेसिंग के सामने मिरर के सामने डांस करना, दैट बूस्ट द कॉन्फिडेंस. तो आई फील कॉन्फिडेंस, जितना आपका कॉन्फिडेंस है ना उतना आपके लिए अच्छा है, बिकॉज नो वन वुड बी एबल टू ब्रेक इट इफ यू डोंट अलाउ देम, राइट. आपका कॉन्फिडेंस इतना ज्यादा होना चाहिए एंड आपकी बाउंड्रीज इतनी स्ट्रांग होनी चाहिए ना कि कोई और आकर आपका कॉन्फिडेंस ना ब्रेक कर पाए. दिस इज द वन थिंग आई से कि मतलब मैं किसी को इतना राइट नहीं देती कि ही कम्स और शी कम्स एज अ मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट एंड ब्रेक्स माई कॉन्फिडेंस, नो. एंड थर्ड थिंग इज कभी कभी ना, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू फ्रेज इट करेक्टली, बट if you all could get what I mean to say, kabhi kabhi na there are people who go through something and when they pass that phase, when someone helps them to go through it, and जब वो उसके बाहर आती है ना, वो भूल जाते हैं कि वो किस चीज से आई, and they lose the empathy towards that problem. I think that should not be it. अगर आप इतने अच्छे privileged जगह में रह रहे हैं जहाँ आपको ये विमेन इनइक्वालिटी या जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी अब नहीं देखने को मिल रही है, do not forget the time when you were able to see it and do not leave the hands of people who are still in that situation, right? So I think that is the third point is very must कि सब एक दूसरे की हेल्प करें. ये नहीं होगा ना कि आप अगर उस चीज से निकल गए तो आप भूल जाओ. तो yes, that's it.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम. वी वांट योर प्लेलिस्ट, हमें भी कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट करना है.
I will send you all.
Great, thank you so much. Moving on, there are just like 5 or 6 छोटे-मोटे questions about famous women who've contributed a lot to India. So let's see who answers them first. Okay, the first is, who is called the first female teacher of India? Do you want options?
Savitribai Phule. She and his husband, I think they started a school. I read it in history. Her husband and she, they have contributed a lot to teaching field, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. She started her teaching career in 1848 and she was a female teacher. Great. Do you want options for the rest of the questions, or are we intelligent enough?
Depends on the question.
Okay, great.
पूछो, उसके बाद if we'll not get it, we'll ask for help and options.
ठीक है, done. Who was the first woman from India to climb Mount Everest? Pretty easy.
Deepali.
Great. Amazing. Okay. Pretty intelligent. Okay. Who was the first ever Miss Universe from India?
Sushmita Sen.
Amazing.
I think उनके एक series आई है तारी. Everyone should watch it. Everyone should.
That's a beautiful series.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful. She's done an amazing job.
के लिए, yes, gender equality. I think it is a biopic based on बहुत ज़्यादा उन्होंने show किया है from where she started and till where she took her community, and that's the power of helping each other, helping the community.
Right.
So it's a very good series if anyone wants to watch it.
Okay. Super easy. First female president of India.
Pratibha
No, not that.
First female.
Yes,
Pratibha Patil.
I thought Nancy was saying something else, तो मैं उनको correct करने वाली थी.
Pratibha Patil.
I think it's her full name. एक चीज missing है. Pratibha
I've just
I call
learned this much in school. Pratibha Patil.
Pratibha Patil. I think
I think
उनके
there's a
full
full
name में एक
name.
और word आता है.
Yeah.
Yeah.
कोई बात नहीं, आंसर सही है. ठीक है, great. Last question. Who was the first woman to become the ruler of Delhi?
शोभिता
The
मैम जल्दी बता दो.
Deepali ma'am said it.
I don't
Deepali
hear
ma'am
it.
is trying to. Deepali ma'am, you were trying to say something.
I said Razia Sultan, right?
Amazing. Okay. So she was the first and last woman to become the ruler of Delhi, and she ruled from 1236 to 1240. And with that, we come to the end of this live session. Thank you so much, wonderful ladies, for being
Raghav
here.
sir mentioned her full name.
Yeah,
It's Mrs.
Pratibha
Pratibha
Devi
Devi
Singh.
Singh
Yes.
Patel.
Thank you,
Yes,
Raghav.
Devi Singh Patil.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I love how all three of you had very different and inspiring perspectives, and I'm sure every person who watched this live learned a lot from the live session, and I feel everyone felt motivated after the live session. जो भी देख रहा है, it was very inspiring. I learned a lot of things, and I hope all of you did too. We all learned that we should raise our opinion, we should raise our voices and express our opinion. One thing नहीं बतानी, two से ज़्यादा things बता सकते हैं if you're asked for
We
it.
should shatter the glass ceilings.
And to be on to be at a higher level, we just want to be equal.
Ma'am, I think there's some
Pardon?
network issue. I'm not able to hear you.
Am I audible now? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. I think it was.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for being a part of this live. Thank you, Deepali ma'am, Nancy ma'am, and Shobhita ma'am, and the
Thank you,
wonderful.
ma'am, for having us.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much, ma'am,
Thank you.
for having us.
Thank you.
And the last thing I want to say is for people to make it clear, we are not fighting for a female-dominated society. We are fighting
Yes.
for the equality of all the genders, be it be anyone from LGBTQ plus, be it be from women community or men community.
Very rightly said, Nancy.
Wonderful live session. Thank you so much.
It was great talking to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lavanya, ma'am, for this session.
Thank you, ma'am.
It was really insightful for, I guess all of us.
Yes. We'll keep on having these live sessions.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
It was great hearing your thoughts, and thank you to the audience who attended this. We're so grateful to you.
Hello. I'll end this. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.